Happy Thursday. How's everybody doing? Let me get my little thumbnail up. You know how we do it. If you have any cybersecurity questions, just put them in the box. Let me see what my screen looks like. Getting it together. Hope everybody's having a productive day. Whew, man. Let me share my screen. Yeah, that's it. Send my entire screen too. Once again, if you got any cybersecurity questions, how you doing, Person Center Cyber? Hope you're having a great day. Mixmaster Miko, class in section. I appreciate it. Once again, this is super novice. I get a lot of people on my channel. Shout out to them. They support me. And sometimes they tell me I'll be talking Spanish. So I decided to do novice security intro, ABC level. So today we're going over malware, just basic viruses, malware, and worms, how they travel, and a few ways to stop them. So that's pretty much it. So like I said, this is my novice. So two is just wait a few minutes, let a few more people fall in. Boy, I'm glad tomorrow's Friday. I am struggling. Hope everybody's having a great day. Just a little bit about me. I'm sure there's only 4 people watching, so I'm actually a professor in real life. This probably is going to be my last semester teaching. I probably just come to YouTube. Me and administration don't get along, but it's all good. I taught for a decade, so I can't complain. I still enjoy it though. Just gonna do it a little differently. Uh, Every time I say this, somebody said I wasn't born yet. I got my computer science degree in 1990 from Pitt University. And I got my MBA in 1995. I've been in IT for 30 years and cybersecurity for about a good 15. So I've been around a long, long time. I always joke and tell people on my channel, I'm pre-beeper. I'm before phones and before beepers. So I actually put quarters in a payphone. So let's go and get it started. I don't want to keep you long. If they're late, they can catch the replays. Once again, this is my intro to cybersecurity. I call it the novice level. What's up, casual economists? I did it because a few of my subscribers, not a couple, a few, maybe a gaggle just said sometimes, which is understandable. I talk at a high level. Me and Gabe chops it up a lot. He comes on. Me and B2B chop it up. So guys been in the industry for a while. So if you're just a novice and you want to understand cybersecurity, I think this is my second one. This is the entry level, right? So this is what I sent out to everybody trying to get started. What's up, Kay Halton? So let's go and get it started. Once again, if you got any cybersecurity questions, you can always throw them in the box. It doesn't have to be on my novice level. I might answer them at the end of it when I'm wrapping up, but anything you want to chop it up about, you can put in there. I talk about anything but my salary. Anything about cybersecurity, we can chop it up. What's up, Netta J? So let's go and get on this novice security. And if anybody on here with experience wants to chime in, you can chime in. I'll probably drop the link in a minute. So we're just gonna go through it. I try to keep it short and sweet. So that's the thumbnail. So what is cybersecurity? I always start off that the practice of defending computers, servers, mobile devices, networks from malicious attacks. It's also known as information technology security or electronic information security. The term applies to a variety of contexts from businesses to mobile computing and can be divided into a fewer common categories. It's more than a few common categories, right? A lot of people don't realize the domain from cybersecurity is big, right? We talking about policies and procedures, servers, web servers, cloud, satellite. Elon Musk launched satellites to the Ukraine, right? So people were talking about he's been getting cyber attacks on his satellites, right? So how do you lock down a satellite and make sure it doesn't get hacked, right? So cybersecurity is a huge domain, right? And that's why I wanted to bring it to cybersecurity. It's a huge domain. There's a 500,000 jobs. As the young kids say, I'm old. You get the bag, whatever that is. That's six figures. I think 8% of the black population makes six figures, right? So it's the bag. It's you can get it. It's a lot of jobs out there. Like anything, though, you got to apply yourself. So let's get it. So what is malware, right? Oh, that's a good slide, man. I like that slide. What is malware, right? There's a ton of different malwares. There's probably 20 or 30 different types of malware. I just kind of focused on the top 10 malware / viruses. And once again, we'll go through that. Malware is short for malicious software. Malware is an umbrella term used to refer to a variety of forms of hostile or intrusion in software, including ransomware, computer viruses, worms, Trojan horses, spyware, adware, scareware. This is any program or file that is harmful to a computer, right? And even when you add on that's not in there, is misinformation, disinformation. Wipers actually destroy computers, right? So there's many ways for a computer to be harmed, right? There's many ways for a computer to give you dis or misinformation, right? There's a number of malicious software that get put on a computer, right? A ton of it. So let's see, the term refers to that as deployed with malicious intent. Malware can be deployed even remotely, and tracking the source of malware is hard. It can take the form of executable code, scripts, activeware, active content, and other software. The malicious program can perform a variety of functions, including stealing, encrypting, or deleting sensitive data, altering or hijacking core computer functions, and monitoring your users' computers actively without their permissions, right? So people can take over your webcam and spy on you, right? That's spyware, right? Hijacking, stealing information, ransomware, and we'll get into that, right? I just encrypted and you got to pay for it, right? So there's a ton of different malicious intent for a computer, and just always out there. So what is a virus, right? So that's one of the basic things, basically. What is a virus? A virus is a program written to enter your computer and damage or alter your files or data. A virus might corrupt or delete data on your computer. Viruses can also replicate themselves. Computer virus is more dangerous than a computer worm, as it makes changes or deletes your files, while worms only replicates itself out, making changes to your files. Virus can enter your computer as an attachment, greeting, audio or video files. Virus also enters through downloads on the internet. There can be hidden in a free trial software or other files that you download, right? So that's what people say, with phishing emails, you got to be careful. When somebody sends you an email, if you don't know who they are, you shouldn't click that attachment or click that link, because you could be getting yourself a virus, right? So basic 101, I'm sure everybody gets that at work, right? Security, we do a ton of cybersecurity awareness. Shout out to Person Center Cyber. She says most of that training is not very good. She's an excellent trainer. So go check out her YouTube channel. She's an excellent content creator. She does everything, but I think she's more leaning into that policy life, part of that GRC world. So go check her out. She's growing. So worms, like we talked about, worm is a malicious program that makes a copy of themselves again and again on your local drive network shares. The only purpose of a worm is to reproduce itself again and again. It doesn't harm any of your data files on the computer, unlike a virus. It does not need to attach itself to an existing program. A worm spreads by exploiting vulnerabilities in your operating system. Due to its replication nature, it takes a lot of space in your hard drives and consume more CPU usage, which in turn makes your PC slow, as consumes more and more network bandwidth, right? So that's the difference between a worm and a virus. But now a lot of hackers are putting those together, right? I'm gonna put a worm with a virus, right? As it replicate, I'm starting to destroy your hard disk, right? So most people don't do worms a lot, but they do combine it with other malware, right, to make something a little more dangerous and a little more lethal, I guess I would say, right? I love my little worm creeping from computer to computer. Shout out to the worm. So, ransomware. This is most common. Everybody heard of it. So, what is ransomware? If you see the screen that warns you that you have been locked out of your computer until you pay for your cybercrime, your system severely infected with a form of malware called ransomware. Even if you pay to unlock the system is unlocked, but you are not free of its locking you out again, right? Because if the hacker got into your system, unless you patched it and fixed that vulnerability, he can come back and get into your system and once again lock it up, right? So that's that ransomware life, right? That's the most common thing you see a lot around now is ransomware. They want you to pay them, especially for companies and small companies that ransomware. So you'll see a lock like that, and usually I should have found one username and email, so you can send them their Bitcoin or Ethereum. They usually want some Bitcoin because it's a lot harder to trace that Bitcoin. So that's it. So ransomware is probably, I would say, the hottest thing out, the newest thing out. So a couple other ones I put in. What is adware? The least dangerous and most lucrative malware. Adware displays ads in your computer. All right. So as it displays ads, a lot of time people put I shouldn't say put their YouTube channel in there, right, to get more views on their YouTube, right, to force you to go to their ads, right. Spyware, the software that spies on you, tracking your internet activities in order to send advertisements, adwares back to your system. A lot of times, spyware cuts your camera on, and while you walking around, maybe not dressed, it can take a picture of you, right? Then they're gonna send you another ransomware in an email talking about, I got these pictures. Do you want to pay for them, right? So once again, you don't hear a lot of those two anymore. I think everything is more ransomware focused, more ransomware driven. So this this is still out. I don't understand why people still spamming. I don't think people click on spam as much. I don't think people buy anything through spam anymore. But spam is uh, thanks, engineering cannabis. Spam is still out there. I'm sure people get a ton of spam still in their email. And where I work, I work at a big government agency, and they say they block. It could be a little hyperbole. They block 1 billion spam messages a day, right? Because people trying to get into the organization and spam you with stuff you might click on, right? Spamming is a method of flooding the internet with copies of the same message. Most spams are commercial advertisements, which are sent as unwanted email to users. Spam is also known as electronic junk emails or junk news group posting. The spam emails are very annoying and it keeps coming every day. It keeps your mailbox full. Even with the blocking of the spam by the spam filters and us marking the spam, they still say they block 1 billion spam messages a day, and I believe them. Like I said, I work at a large state agency, so I know we not get a ton. We still get a few in there, so I know they're still getting a ton of spam. Shout out to Blind Guy, his wife, and their life. Go check them out. I'm trying to eat a few more vegetables. Shout out to No Okra. I'm trying to eat a little okra. PBO trying to look a little better. Summer's coming. I look like a broke Rick Ross, man. I got to get a little better shape, people, a little better shape. So email, cyber criminals are notorious for sending malicious attachments and links in email that appear to come from a friend, a reputable organization, and other trusted sources. Some malicious emails can even infect your computer from the email client's preview pane without you opening or downloading the attachment on email, right? So email, I just did one on phishing. The fish is the email. Then when you click on it, what we went above is you would get a virus, worm, ransomware, adware, spyware, right? You get one of those particular malwares on your machine, then you have a problem, right? So that's why they say don't click on it, hover above it. If somebody send you attachment, you call them and make sure you know who that person was that has sent you the attachment. So just real quick, so the attacker sends a spearfish, which basically is just a targeted email to a certain group that goes through the firewall, email filter, virus, and spam. It gets through the email filter and the spam filter. The user clicks on it, they get compromised, and as they surf through the day, they get their SSN, their money, maybe their credit card or bank account number. Then it goes back through the proxy and the DLP, and it takes their sensitive data and goes back to the hacker, right? So the thing is, really, the person, the user, right there. Why do they click on that? Why they click on that? That email, right? But true though, the spam filter and all the other money we pay millions of dollars for should have hopefully caught the email, but sometimes they don't get caught, right? So it's up to the user not to click on it, but they clicked on it and we're toast, right? So how do you get those things? How do you transfer them? Surfing the web may feel like a private activity, but in fact, you're exposing your computer to unwanted contacts with anyone else who has a computer and internet, right? So when you click on a web server, you don't know if that server is a friend or foe. You don't know if that server is injecting you or putting something on your computer or giving you a link that's infected, right? So as you surf, it's dangerous out there on those cyber streets, right? So you got to know what sites you're going to, what forums you're going in, people you sending stuff. Our websites aren't good websites, right? So we just got to do a better job and just keep track on it, right? So social networks, we're on one. I go to a ton. It's the big 3 or 4, right? I'm shout out YouTube, Facebook, Snapchat, Instagram. Shout out to TikTok. I'm a little too old for TikTok, but shout out to TikTok. Get out do it. Me and Engineering Cannabis, we're gonna come up with a cyber dance. Now I'm just playing cyber dance for TikTok. But so you just got to be careful. Social networks, malware authors take advantage of many popular social networks, infecting the massive user data networks with worms. If a social website account is infected with a worm, just about anyone who visits that poster's profile page could catch the worm on her system, his or her system, right? So a lot of times, though, they do a magnificent job of catching viruses and malwares, but some 0 day means nobody's seen it. So if they put them on their social sites before people figure out it's a virus, millions of people could download it, right? So we want to be careful on those social networks, right? Storage is huge, right, for transferring viruses. Malware can be easily spread if you share computer storages such as USB drives. That's the main one. I don't know many people sharing DVDs and CDs anymore, but USB drives are the one that's most common, right? While it maybe seems safe to open up a CD or a photo from a colleague, it's always best to scan unfamiliar files first for possible corruption or security risk before you copy or open the file. People pass around a ton of files on USB drives, and a lot of times people put malware and viruses in the USB file. And actually, in the files that are on USB, the favorite one is Excel files. Because when you open them Excel files, you can run a macro straight off of just you clicking on it, right? So just be careful with those USB drives as you share them. And a lot of times, just right click them and run your Norton or your FireEye or your Sophos or whatever your virus protection is on a USB drives before you start opening up files in there. Mobile devices, mobile malware threats have become increasingly prevalent. As more people use their smartphones and tablets, as many computers help malware problems proliferate across additional platforms. And most mobile phones don't have good security programs or virus protection or malware. Um, they have some, but most of them run up to what you get on your laptop or your workstation. So that's it on the phone. Somebody clicked on it. Now you got malware on your phone, right? So it could actually encrypt your phone, start sending your pictures to somebody else. All right. So there's different malwares that can happen on your phone. So how do we have protection? One of the number ones is just do a regular data backup. This helps to restore the last saved data and minimize data loss. Ransomware also attacks servers, hence it's important to have a backup on a disconnected hard drive or external drive on a predefined regular basis. Right? How often are you backing up your data? So if something happens, you can just restore it. Most phones are cool because they're backing it up to Google, so you can restore your stuff from your Google Drive. But your if you got a small business or just your personal workspace and laptop. Right? So I'm gonna get those out. User awareness programs. Once again, shout out to Cyber Center person. She person center cyber. I got to get it together. She's excellent at training. Go check her out. Awareness among users need to be created to avoid opening an unsolicited attachment. Malware is typically designed to mimic identities of people that users interact with on a regular basis, either on a personal or professional level. Right. So most people take user awareness training or cyber training, telling you just training your people up what to look for, what not to do. And even if they click on some too, is who do you go notify? Do you have a cybersecurity team? If you're a small company, do you have a vendor you work with? But what do you do if you accidentally click on the link? Right. So regular patch and upgrade to prevent links and vulnerabilities in software. Ensure that a regular update the software version, apply patches released by the vendor. These patches and versions are often released to wrestle with known or newly discovered exploits and can prevent known signatures of these malwares, trojans, or ransomware to enter your system. Right? So I want to always patch your desktop, patch your Windows operating system, even patch your Word program, because all those stuff has patches and all those stuff needs it. But when you start talking about firmware, I did a video on printers were getting hacked, so they had to update the firmware of the printer. So getting attacked, there's a lot of opportunities and venues to attack. So you just want to make sure those things are patched and up to date. Cool thing about your phone is they're pretty good about pushing patches to your phone and even to your operating system. Just got to make sure you apply them correctly. I've seen people take patches and mess them up too, so you want to just apply them properly. Another part of that is same thing is keep it software and operating system up to date with the current vulnerability patches. Well, like we just talked about, just keep your release up to date. And so you have those security patches. So let's look at just a particular architecture real quick. So a lot of times when you come in from your email, you come into your SMPT gateway, which is actually from the internet. Connection, filter, anti-malware policy, anti-spam, and anti-spoofing. So this is just your internal spam filter trying to catch it. Then it goes up to, I just did Office 365. They got all the tools for anti-phishing, safe attachments to scan everything for viruses. It comes down to Exchange Online, to your junk mail, and to your mailbox rules. Right. If you're on Active Azure, it goes into your online exchange at the bottom. Then you can open up the email. Right. So those are just different in the gray, different things that's checking your email to try to keep viruses from entering your email box. And if you're a small company too, Gmail has some internal stuff similar to this to check for junk mail, check for spam, check for antivirus, and to check for ransomware. Right. I think Microsoft's probably the best, but Gmail's trying to, right? Nobody really wants you to get a virus or get you infected, right? So that's one of the number one things. So that's really, let me drop the link. So that's just something quick. Once again, this is my novice to security, just kind of level set everything, just going over super basic things. So that's about it. Once again, let me go to the top. We just want to make sure we watch malware, watch what you're clicking, watch what you're getting. We went over like 6 or 7 different types of viruses and malware, so we know they're out there. your phone company, your work, Gmail, all the internet's trying to stop it. YouTube, people don't realize YouTube probably gets a trillion spams and emails. We all see the Russian bots trying to get in everybody's live, right? So those are just different forms of malware that YouTube has to handle. Same thing with YouTube. Same thing with Instagram, Snapchat, and shout out to TikTok, right? They're all getting those same malware as companies, and they doing yeoman's work into trying to stop that, right? That's all I got for today. You can I'm hang around a little bit. You can come up if you have a certain questions, or you can drop a message in the chat. Once again, this is my bring my thumbnail up. My Novice Security Intro ABC level. Just talking about basic malware today. Hoping to do that this series this time, Thursday around 3. Like I said, as a basic series. Get everybody level set. Professor, would you say Yahoo is spamming compared to Gmail? I left out. Yeah, I agree. I think, I don't think Yahoo had the money of Gmail and Microsoft. Sometimes I think Yahoo was letting spammers come in and they were paying Yahoo a little bit to spread some of their, I'm gonna call it commercial messages around. Yes, blind guy, his wife in their life, it definitely was compared to that. When did you sit in Mixmaster? I ain't looked at mine email in a couple of days. I usually look at it within 48 hours, Mixmaster. I've been going through a huge audit. But yesterday, no, I have not looked at it. I will look at it probably this evening, Mixmaster Miko. I promise. You'll see a reply from me today. I usually look at it within 48 hours. I got 48 hours because I used to teach, so I haven't looked at it yet, Mixmaster Miko. I tell everybody give me 48 hours. That's what they give teachers, adjunct professors. You get 48 hours to respond to students. So I'll look at it tonight, Mixmaster. I'll respond. All good. Always poke me, man. I tell people poke me. Sometimes my plate's just all over the place, man. I need a gal at night, man. She keeps everything organized in the YouTube world. My personal life be a little messy, Mixmaster. I'll be trying to get it together, but I'll look at it tonight, I promise. So once again, those are just basic malware things, just to level set everything. Just gonna kind of flow that in for the start with Nick Nolte. Facts. I'm old enough. I love that movie. I remember. I think I went to the movies to see that. Shout out to that movie. 48 Hours, Nick Nolte. That's a classic. But yeah, come and check it out. Y'all see me on these YouTube streets. I'm always on B2B's channel. I'm always blind guy, his wife and their life. I think they're 11, 15. I try to poke on other. They do a great job. They have a variety of content. So I'm always over there. Check out Gail at Night. She out there presenting content now. Go check her out. Once again, go check out Person Center Cyber. She's in the cybersecurity realm. I try to stay in my lane. I do cybersecurity and a little IT. That's about as much as you're gonna get from my channel. So I think I'm gonna wrap it up. I appreciate everybody for joining me. Check me out Sunday at 3 p.m. I do my introduction to forensics, cybersecurity with forensic analysis. How to find out if you get hacked and what was stolen, where did they take it, and how to look at logs. Once again, that's Sunday at 3. Introduction to forensic analysis. That's what I teach at a local community college. So come check me out. I want to appreciate everybody. Check out the replay. Novice Security. Let's start at the ground floor and work your way up. Everybody have a great day.